Welcome to the Model Rail Replacement Podcast, helping you get to your onward journey. A friendly service that helps you get from A to B, or probably nowhere at all.
Hello and welcome to the Model Rail Replacement Podcast. I'm your host, James. I've done my HR training. I'm allowed back on the podcast. And with me is co-host and producer.
Sam. Hello, everyone.
Hello, Sam. And with us is our co-host.
Tom. Hello, everybody.
Hello, Tom. Well, here we are then. We're all back together. I'm back this week, but for how long, who knows, until I say something inappropriate again and get hold of to HR. That's what keeps happening. That's where I've been. Everyone keeps asking where I am. That's where I've been.
Well, James, I guess the thing is that you've got the most to tell us. What have you been up to hobby-wise?
For the last 6 weeks.
I just tried to finish Wood End and made myself really ill.
But you put out a video.
I did because I burnt myself out and then I couldn't make the exhibition, which I was gutted about. And yeah, I sort of the 11th hour I had to text Tony and say I wasn't going to make it because I'd got a throat infection. And I thought talking for 2 days straight to people probably wouldn't help that. And yeah, I was just very poorly, unfortunately. So, but yeah, I put a video out so you can see that. And then most annoyingly, I'd done all the copyright checks with YouTube, published it only for them to tell me 2 hours later that the piece of music I'd used from Apple, because it's supposed to be royalty free, wasn't royalty free. And so I've had to cut that bit of audio out at the end. So if anyone's watching it and goes, "Oh, there's nothing there," that's why. It's really, really frustrating, and I hate it when YouTube does that. But yeah, if you want to see how extended would end, you can see that. It's only a little extra foot on the board, but it was to make the head shunt bigger so I could run tender locos on the layout. But then I realised that the fiddle yard would be too small. So then I had to build a bigger fiddle yard. But it was all up and running. I just never got to take it to the show.
It looked really good what you did.
But,
Yeah.
did.
I made some. Thank you very much. Yeah, it's
I
got a
guess
nice little Bugmas Kelly station at Bulldog Cottage on it,
Did.
and a
That's
few
why it
trees.
looked good.
And I've got to make some more trees
Making more
for
trees.
Port Creek, isn't it?
oh yeah, you
Yes,
do.
I
You
promised
do
Sam
need to make me some trees, actually, yeah,
Yeah, we'll get onto them.
because I can't do anything myself, apparently.
Well, people had asked for video on how to make the trees, and so it just seemed like the right idea to make some trees and then send them to you.
Perfect.
So there we are. Right, what have you been up to?
Tom, shall we start with you?
What have I been up to? I've been to the island of Sodor.
Not the real island of Sodor.
The real island of Sodor.
Did you have
No
some?
way.
Genuinely. Yeah. Any follow-up questions? No, we did. We went away for a few days up to Cumbria,
Hmm.
what used to be historically Lancashire, and there's a little place up there called Walney Island, which is part of Barrow in Furness, and Walney Island is where the island of Sodor was based. So a little bit of it became Sodor in the railway series, and so I've always wanted to go there, and so we went up on Friday and had fish and chips on the island of Sodor. So I can say I've done that, and the Fat
Lovely.
Controller would be proud.
Nice. It did look very pretty, and you got to go to some. You got to go to a special railway.
Yeah, went up to the Ravenglass and Eskdale Railway, which is a 15-inch gauge railway. Again, one that was in the books as the small railway. And yeah, it's so nice. If you ever get a chance, I know it's up north, Sam, but it's well worth a visit. It really is. I've never been before. I've never been to the Lake District before, and it's basically the bottom of the lakes. So some lovely walking places around there, and a little railway that runs through it all, and really nice. Yeah,
Nice.
good fun.
Lovely.
You'd like
Nice
a
little
change.
trip away. I bet I would.
You would
I do
actually.
want to visit them. No, I would like to visit that railway as well. So,
What about if you divert your
yes.
family
I'll put it
holiday
on the
to
list.
there instead? Instead of
Well,
going to the place you are going, you go up there instead.
There's a lot of narrow gauge railways where I'm going though, because that's only got one, and I've got to entertain children for 7 days.
There's a lot of standard gauge lines because we went past the. Is it Foxfield? Does that ring a bell?
Oh, yeah, that rings a bell. Yeah.
Yeah, we drove past Foxfield, and then we drove past one that we stopped at, something, Bishop something. Can't remember. But yeah, there's quite a few actually in the area. A lot of heritage railways that we didn't have time to go to. Yeah,
Hmm.
there's quite a few. Not narrow gauge though, I'm afraid.
Well, you can't have everything, I suppose.
Isn't
No.
one of them
Well, yeah.
technically a
Yes.
narrow gauge?
Yeah, well, 15-inch gauge. Same as the Romney Hythe and Dymchurch Railway
Hmm,
down south. Just with a northern accent.
nice. Okay,
Mm.
I like that.
What about you? What about you, Sam? Did you do anything, or was it just too damn hot?
So work has been so busy, so much so that for like fatigue reasons, we're not supposed to do multiple days on the trot of standby. And they asked us, can we do 3 days in a row to try and help cover with the amount of problems that were going on? So I did 3 days on the trot, followed by a very busy weekend with children's parties, and I just
Can I ask a silly question?
go on.
Is that just because so many people have got fans and aircon on that the power goes out, or is it to do with the heat affecting infrastructure?
A bit of both.
Okay.
But the easy way to explain it is it's the infrastructure part of it. Electricity is in a metal
Mm,
box. That metal box is filled with oil. That metal box in the sun with all that oil inside there, which is meant to be kept cool,
yeah.
suddenly becomes like a deep fat fryer. So it becomes a fish and chip shop effectively,
Oh,
and doesn't smell as nice though. And effectively, what happens is it just can't deal with the heat, and substations shut down. I'm simplifying everything massively,
yeah.
but effectively, then what happens is with everything heating up and getting too hot, it then blows fuses. Those fuses blow, and then my job is to go out and replace them. And then you're basically fighting fires. If you're putting a new fuse in, then you're told, right, well, it's gone here, so you then have to go to here. So
Oh, and you have
that's
to carry the fuses around like that, don't you? It must be a
on
nightmare, especially
on
on
my
a hot
back.
day.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow. Thanks for answering my silly question.
No, it's not a silly question. To be honest, it's nice to actually be able to answer questions because I never know what I can talk about and what I can't talk about, other than the
Yeah.
fact that trains use electricity too. So that's about as much as I can link it to the hobby.
Yes, they do.
But yeah, the problem being that you're wearing what we call ARC level 2 clothing, which is fireproof clothing, so that if something goes bang in front of you, you
Yeah.
you don't catch fire, and hopefully don't the bang doesn't go through the clothing and damage you. The problem being is that you're wearing all of that whilst you're trying to fix this in an already hot situation. So it's a mixture of all these things. So the short answer to your question is no, I've not done any hobby this week. I've thought about hobby a lot, and I've been watching a lot of YouTube in the downtime that I have had, and just vegging out as much as I possibly can.
What have you watched on YouTube? Out of interest, 'cause I know you said you were bored of some model railway YouTube a couple of weeks ago, because I'm looking for something different.
It's difficult because a lot of the things I've watched are stuff that I know you will have watched. So it's been a very eclectic mix of what I've been watching. I watched James's new video.
Oh yeah, we
Uh,
all watched that.
yeah, I watched Peachy's videos with Rapido to sort of understand that a little bit more. I watched a little bit of Map Men. Uh,
Map men, map men,
uh,
map men.
I've also watched a little bit of stuff relating to my holiday in the summer. There's loads of tips and tricks that we watch to try and get a little bit more clued up on the holiday. And what else? Oh, Jago Hazard is another one. I'm always fascinated by all the information that he kicks out. So yeah, I feel bad. Oh, Moldy Raspberry taking down his layout. That's one that's been an interesting
Yeah, because
watch.
that's the one that's at his parents' house, isn't it? In the attic.
I
Is
think
that
it's the
right?
parents'
Hmm.
house. I can't
Oh,
remember.
maybe.
That's it. Yeah.
Either way, it's a really nice single track line
Yeah.
set in the BR era sort of thing. Very beautiful layout. And yeah, he's put up a couple of videos now about having to take the layout down. And that was quite interesting to watch. Mainly because it shows how imperfect a layout can be whilst you're building it. But then once you start adding the scenery, you don't notice those imperfections because as a layout, you look at it in its finished form and you go, oh my God, that's
It's
insane.
amazing.
It's
Yeah.
beautiful. But then he was taking apart the layout and you could see how it was built underneath and you go, oh my God. Like, and like I think he even admitted that when it was built, it was sort of that certain things were hodgepodge together, but you just build the scenery over the top of it and you wouldn't know any different. And that
Yeah.
was quite an interesting one. Steve said he was going to start doing a video every 2 weeks, and since he had made that announcement, he has put a video out every single week. So that's been
But you only have to watch every other one, so it's fine.
well, that
Yeah.
makes loads more sense. And then George has put out videos about his TT station, which was quite nice.
George's TT stuff is genuinely some of the best stuff he's ever done. And I know he doesn't appreciate it because he doesn't like TT120. I've mentioned it. He doesn't like TT120 and he keeps saying that it's a flash in the pan, but I reckon he's doing some very nice work with that little layout. And I think when it's done, he's going to have a lot of fun with it.
I think George gets tarnished with the same brush that because he's the 009 modeler, he
He's
doesn't
one of the 009 ones.
one of them.
Yes, it's one here.
He's the second best
Right.
009 modeler. And I think I agree. I think his TT stuff is amazing, and I'd love to see him do more. But I think where he tends to do sort of like small projects that he can then sell on. He doesn't have a layout, like he doesn't have a layout room, if that makes sense. So George's stuff is made to almost never be permanent.
Yeah,
So he has
that's
to.
sad.
Yeah.
But I would be really intrigued to see. I know George has purchased a Class 158, and I would love to see what he could do with that on a smaller scale, such as N or TT120, because I think he could do a really gorgeous scene on the more modern stuff. Because his Pico 200 board was beautiful, lovely, grimy, dirty, and all that sort of stuff. But I think
It was
there just
all right.
wasn't enough stuff. I mean, it wasn't able to sort of cut the
wasn't great.
mustard. Yeah, it didn't
No.
cut the mustard with like. I mean, it was better than mine, but that's because I didn't do one. But that was also really nice. I'd love to see George do some modern era style stuff, and doing the Talaclin in modern day doesn't count. It's not modern era, is it? I mean, he hasn't even done Rusty, has he?
No, well,
Ridiculous.
that's it. Yeah. He did have a 37 off me as well, so I assume he's got something planned at some point.
There you go. George, get on it.
Yeah.
There you go. That's the compliment that he's had. So yeah.
Should cheer him up.
I don't think anyone will cheer him
Just vodka cheers him up.
So yeah. So obviously it's been a while since we've had all three of us on the show. We were trying to work out what we could do. And I said, why don't we have a look at the stuff that's coming out later this year and talk about what we're excited about and what we think might be coming out or what might get announced later on this year. So shall we take a short break? And listen to a fictional advert?
Okay.
All right, guys, don't
Why
sound
don't
too
we
happy.
have adverts? Why don't we have adverts anymore? What happened? Where's our income gone? So here we are then. We're back. And Sam said that we're going to talk about the future. So flying cars and all that, I reckon. Right, Sam?
Hope so.
No.
Oh.
I wanted to have a look at the remaining part of this year. So right up until New Year's Eve for 2027. I thought it'd be really interesting to talk about all the projects that the different railway model manufacturers are coming out with or showing us little tidbits of for the remainder of the year, because it's really easy for us to look at, let's say, early 2027, which is going to be, for me, very TT heavy. However, if you look at the stuff that's due to be coming out or rumored to be coming out in the next few months, there's not a lot of TT stuff that we can sort of confirm. So I wanted to have a look at stuff that would cover all the various different gauges and scales. And as a rough idea for those sat at home and for my two co-hosts who didn't listen to my message earlier, one thing that I'm really excited to be coming out in the next few months before the end of this year is the Daypol 14XX, because it's a loco that I'm very excited about. And it'll just be nice because the only Daypol loco I've previously owned has been the Class 73, which was one of my favorite locos, but it was notorious for not being able to take certain curves and had a few issues with it. Looked stunning, but had a few issues with the actual running reliability of it. So I'm excited that there's still a double O loco that I'm going to be picking up. And I wanted to know what sort of things that you guys would be interested or are looking forward to for the remainder of this year.
Nothing.
No, I quite like the Daypol 14XX.
Yes, me too. The 14XX seems quite exciting, doesn't it?
I'm not going to buy one though
No.
until
Well,
they're reduced.
what about if there was some sort of manufacturer that was bringing out something that was close to something that you two both love? What if Acura Scales Wilbert was due to be arriving soon? Is that something you're excited about, or are you not that fussed about it?
I
No,
was
not at all.
excited
I got
about a
the
year.
invoice
Yeah,
today.
yeah. I was going to say I was excited a year ago, and then the invoice came through today, and I've got to pay it. No, I am
Yeah,
excited about it.
yeah,
I do,
whatever.
I do, I do like Wilbert.
Yeah. So for those listening at home, who's it by? What is Wilbert? Because I mean, if someone's listening to this and they're not Thomas nut jobs, what would Wilbert be?
Rude.
Also true. Prove
Wilbert.
me
Wilbert's a
wrong.
real engine, I have you
Yeah,
know.
Wilbert is an engine that lives at the Dean Forest Railway.
Oh, okay. But why are
I
you
think
two so excited about it?
because he was named Wilbert after the Reverend Wilbert Awdry,
Okay.
and
Who's he?
subsequently he wrote the Railway series, which is the Thomas the Tank Engine books.
Oh, okay.
And his son Christopher wrote a book called Wilbert the Forest Engine, based on Wilbert, and I think about 1994-ish, around that time that came out. I think that was about when the engine was named for the Reverend Wilbert Awdry. So yeah, and the Acura scale last year, they basically said they're going to try and do a cosmetic restoration because the loco is not in a fit state to run, but they want to get it at least looking a bit better um, until they can get the funds to get it running, I assume. So they released this model of Wilbert a year ago, and funds from that are going towards the cosmetic restoration. And James and I were the first two customers to purchase said engine. Do you know this, Sam?
No. How do you know that?
Because we knew about it before the live stream went. No, James didn't know about it, but I did.
I,
Uh,
I
because
did find it.
yeah,
I had heard rumor and I had
yeah,
found it before live streams. I also
there,
made sure I
there
got
were
it
there
very
were rumors.
quickly.
Basically, it went live about 2 minutes before the time that it should have, I think, and we just happened to be ready on the website. But I saw
Yeah,
James in James's location has just purchased. I always thought that on the Scale website was just like a fake thing, like
Yeah.
so and so in London has purchased one of these, but it's
Yeah.
real.
Oh,
So
yeah.
yeah, I saw James's go through, and then mine quickly went through. But yeah, the reason that I was sort of privy to this information, I know a couple of people at Curious Scale. Originally, I think I can say that now. I was going to be doing doing my Thomas voice for the announcement video for it, and this was something that we had planned, and then I think Richard was going to be dressed up as a certain character from the series, but in the end, it's been it's a difficult thing with the Thomas license, whereas this has gone through the Audrey family have signed this off, as far as I understand.
right. Okay.
So yeah, we just had to drop that idea in the end, which is a shame because it would have been a good
That would have
fun
been
thing to
so
do. And the
good.
Curious Scale have got a good sense of humour, but yeah, so it was nice to sort of be involved, but then not at the very last minute. But at least we knew to be ready on the website when the announcement was made, so we got the first couple of orders in.
Mm,
I
okay.
hope they've got numbered certificates, but they probably haven't.
Oh, that would be cool
That'd be
though.
nice, wouldn't it? Yeah. Find out
So
which one.
another thing that I think all three of us are excited about to some degree. Rapido's first venture into 009. is due
Mm.
to be arriving soon. Now, I'm not sure if it's just the rolling stock or whether it is just or
Sidar.
the Sidar Loco as well. But I'm so excited to see the Rapido stock for the 009 to see how it runs, how it looks. Because visually, when you look at it on the website, it looks like it's not necessarily the same sort of proportions as some of the stuff that's already out. I think it looks better proportioned for it. Would you agree? Or is that something that I'm just making up in my own head?
Well, it could
I
depend,
think
then it?
they're
Because
different, aren't they? Yeah.
yeah,
Sorry, go on, James.
I was going to say, because obviously narrow gauge is essential to the track size, but you can get, and the Welsh Island is probably the best place to look at it. Obviously, you've got South African Garretts running alongside, small Englands, and the proportions in them are completely different, yet they run on the same scale track. So that could be the case with the wagons without actually having seen them. But yeah, I'm looking forward to them because there's quite a few the cattle trucks I wanted for my layout because I obviously decided that Dinrid was going to be a cattle market town.
Hmm.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. And the Sidar should be quite nice. It'd be quite nice to see their first 009 logo, see how that is, and then I'm sure that will then boost sales for the Peckett that they've announced as well. So yeah,
I think I'm most excited about the Peckett because it's the loco that
Yeah.
I'm getting, but I've also got pre-ordered the 4Ds loco. So where Rapido was selling the chassis separately and then the 4Ds kit that comes with it. So I've got one of those pre-ordered and I'm really excited to see how those look in the flesh. I'm not so excited about having to paint it now as it's coming along. I'm not so excited about doing it. Did you guys venture into any of the 4D stuff? Have you gone straight for the just the standard Rapido stuff?
I looked at it and I felt like a bit of a kid in the candy store. Then I just couldn't decide what I'd want to order, and then I never did order anything. But I probably will order something at some
Mm,
point. Then I've got about 9,000 projects that need doing. So don't know. But yeah, maybe.
okay, fair enough. Now, something I would have asked Tom about prior to this. Oh, actually, no, Tom, quickly, let's just talk about did you pre-order any of the 009 stuff?
Same boat as James. I want everything, but I don't know what I want of
Mm,
everything yet because I love their brake van. Um, there's not just some nice bits of rolling stock. I love the gunpowder wagon. There was one that looked, I think it was Defuse or something, which is very similar to a certain one from a certain railway series.
hmm.
But yes, that's there's lots of little bits that I want. But my 009 layout is currently in three pieces, one of which is just over there,
Hmm.
and the other two are still at my mother-in-law's house. So I think I want to get that set up again, and then it will get me interested in running news. This might inspire me to do it, to be honest, but it's one of those big jobs that needs a bit of planning before I can start running 009 again. Because I want to order one of those packets. They look really nice. But I haven't ordered it yet. I haven't ordered anything yet.
Okay,
Mm.
fair enough. Now, obviously, we talked about the Peckets coming out, and we talked about the lovely looking liveries on them. I Is there anything else that's coming out later this year that would catch your eye? Now, I know the thing I thought we would have been talking to Tom about with this would be, oh, there's Stepney coming in TT120 that you will have purchased, but that arrived so quickly that we can't talk about it now. But you do have some TT120 pre-ordered that's coming out later this
Dude, I
year.
forgot about that.
See,
Yeah,
it's
but a
almost
bubble.
like I've actually thought about this.
Well, I didn't understand the question. I thought we were like James did. I thought we were talking about the future and the spaceships and stuff.
That's coming up. That's coming up.
Yeah,
Excellent.
I've ordered a bubble car from Hellion, and so I'm excited to receive that and then see whether it will run on my curves before I send it back when it doesn't. That's what I'm expecting to happen.
If it doesn't, I'll buy
Go
it
on.
off you.
Will you pay me more than I'd get when I return it?
No,
What's the point then?
no, I'll pay you the same at cost.
No, I want to make money.
Oh, all right.
No, all right. Okay, I'll think about it.
Stop. No. But so you've got that arriving. Are you, will that fit in your seaside town of your TT120 layout?
Yeah,
Yeah,
probably. I don't know really. It's BR green, so it'll fit in the era, but I don't know where they ran. I just like the look of it.
yeah. I think
So,
bubble cars look great, and I think that's one of the reasons it's such an exciting model
and it's
because
a and it's a total train in one unit.
you don't need
So,
anything else for a
I've
change.
got one
yeah.
of them ordered as well.
Have you? What one did
Ah,
you pre-order?
The blue and grey, because I've obviously got wanted to do Scottish Highland line at some point, and they had a blue and grey one which was converted into a Sandite unit. So that's what I want to turn that one into.
So how would you
what's a
con
Sandite unit?
yeah.
Hmm?
What is
What's
that?
the So obviously in autumn, when all the leaves are falling on the track and the wheels can't grip and insulate it and the trains disappear on track circuits and stuff like that, it's a serious problem. It's not just
Yeah.
made up. The Sandite train go out and it puts like loop on the rails to help the wheels grip and get adhesion, and
Oh, cool.
that's what it does.
Nice.
So yes, so I found a photo of a prototype in Scotland, and yeah, I was planning to buy that unit and make it into that.
Nice. I like that. I like that a lot. Another loco that I'm excited about now, Tom, I don't know if this is going to pique your interest, but James, I think it does. Tom, you could prove me wrong on this. I'm really excited to see Cavalex's Class 47 when that comes out. We saw the production samples of it, the 3D printed samples of it running at Gets last year, and it looked outstanding. They've released some of the decorated samples of it as well. Is that something that you're interested in picking up, James, or is it something that it's nice but you're just not excited?
Um, they're not. I mean, they do look good. Obviously, the previous Cavaliers models I've had are fantastic. You know, the 60 and the 56. That's all out of era for me, really. Now, apart from what I plan to do in TT 120,
Hmm.
I don't have anything diesel. It's all steam.
Okay, interesting. Tom, what about you? Is it something that's just not in your wheelhouse, or are you?
It's well, it's not TT120, is it?
No, it's in double O.
No.
So I don't know because it would if it was TT120, it would just about fit on my layout because they were built in 1962,
Hmm.
I think the first ones. Um, but it's not, so I don't think it's something for me. I've got enough double O at the minute, and I forgot I'd ordered Wilbur, and that's arriving soon. So yeah, I don't have any more space for double O. Not that I'm selling it all. That's not the plan.
No, you've got a
No.
nice cabinet of double O stuff up there. Okay,
Yeah.
so let's talk about stuff moving forward from manufacturers. And the manufacturer I want to talk to first is Buggles Kelly Station. Tom, have you got anything in the pipeline planned? I'm putting you on the spot here. Is there anything that you've got planned for Buggles Kelly Station? Or are you keeping it all hush hush?
Yes.
Are you doing several announcements this year, or is it just as and when?
It'll be as and when, I think. I've got some figures planned. I'm not going to say what they are because it'll spoil things, but
Yeah, that's fine. I'm not expecting
couple
you
of
to.
couple of sitcom ideas.
Is one of them
Uh,
the one I helped you with?
yes,
Excellent.
that's the big one. That's the one that people have been asking for a couple of years, so I have to do that this year. Um, that I can say actually that's the Dad's Army figures, so that's one that I do need to get sorted because I've got the permission to do them from the license holders, and it's just sitting down and doing those designs because everything has to run through the Dad's Army license people, so it's quite a big job. But yeah, that's one thing, and the other thing is as I'm doing my TT120 layout, every building that I design for that will potentially be something for the range. So there could be a nice few sort of seaside shops and a church at some point, and the things like that I'm going to need to design anyway because I want to design all my own stuff. So
Yeah, that makes
you'll see
sense.
these appear in the Buggles Kelly Station range. A bit of a ship. If anyone wants to buy a bit of a ship, I'm not going to design the whole thing, just the arse end of a ship. So yeah,
What about the stereotypical washed up boat as the tide's gone out? Are you Would that be something that
Could
you'd be?
do. Could do. I have got a little bit of beach, so I could have. I was thinking like Bulstrode style
Yeah,
barge upon, but I don't know. Maybe a bit of a shipwreck
that would be cool.
might
I'd
work.
like that.
Yeah,
I
with
think that'd be
you
really
cool.
stood
cool.
outside it, little Sam,
Little Pirate James.
little pirate James.
Little
Yeah,
pirate me, yes.
yeah.
Okay, excellent. So there's something that always comes up towards the latter part. Well, throughout the year, there's two manufacturers that sort of have their set times of when they like to announce stuff. We're due something extra from Hornby somewhere in the summer holidays. Usually a little surprise announcement that they do. They've sort of half done one this year. They did the sort of the double O announcements that they did a few weeks ago. We've got one of those coming up, but there's also the Bachmann. I think we're waiting for the autumn and the winter announcements from them now as we sort of
Hmm.
get towards that sort of. Is there anything that you think that they're going to be announcing or anything you'd like to hedge a bet at? I mean, I'd like to see, and we've said this for the last year, and James and Tom, you hopefully both agree with me. I'd like to see them put a little bit more back into 009 because their 009 stuff's been great previously.
Yeah,
Yeah.
009 and NG7 as well, because that seems to have died a death. Something NG7, some rolling stock would be nice. And yeah, anything 009, to be honest. There's every loco that they've done, I think most 009 modelers have now. There's not a lot in their range, is there really? I know
No, that's it. Yeah,
James
it
has
was,
got them all.
yeah. I do. I think I've got at least two of everything. So, because they're really nice, but the range is, like you say, it's very, very small. And it does feel like it's been neglected over the last sort of couple of years. We had a odd wagon and bit of rolling stock, but there hasn't really been a new loco. And it'd be nice to see another Batman loco because they are really, really nice. They're really lovely. They run really well.
Their
I
little
mean,
diesel, is it a Ruston that they do?
The
Is it
Bagnall
a
Drury.
Ruston? Yes, a
Batman
Bagnall,
Touring,
sorry. Yeah, that I think would be an ideal next NG7 loco from Batman because they
Okay.
must have a chassis that would work already in double O for that, you'd think.
yeah.
I mean, it
I
doesn't
like to
even
see.
necessarily. Go on, James.
I was going to say I like to see someone do a Ren. And even NG7 or 009. It's a
Well,
lovely
that's
little loco.
tiny, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
tiny, but it would be, yeah, to see what someone, if they could accomplish it, would be great.
I hadn't even thought of that. I mean, the two locos that I always hear shouted about and is the Quarry Hunslets and the Bagnall Druries in 009. And I hadn't even thought about them doing it in NG7, but oh my God, they'd be able to do so much with it in NG7, wouldn't they? I can hear
Yeah.
Steve screaming now. He'd have to purchase every livery.
Yeah. Yes, he would.
Oh, that's a good shout. And weirdly, the few narrow gauge, like the Amberley Museum, is the local narrow gauge line to me, and they've got I think two or three Bagnall Druries in their sheds, so there must be quite a few of them kicking around. So it'd be quite a good loco to just do, right?
Yeah. And also, again, for 009 or NG7, but 009 especially, some simplex, the tiny little, they look like they're different shape things, but basically they're tiny diesels. Um, and they were a bit like, do they run on car motors? Am I
Yeah, they
thinking?
were, yeah, they were like World War One,
Yeah,
uh, petrol engined, little units used for bringing these supplies to the front lines. Because obviously, if you use a steam engine,
yeah,
you gave away your position. So, but yeah, the sort of various shapes and sizes. But yeah, simplex would be quite a cool one.
yeah. It's a lot of variation in that sort of thing.
Or a
It,
coffee pot loco would also be quite nice as well.
Ooh,
okay. I've just looked at the simplex, and the best way I can describe it is what's the one where there's two people on either
the
side of it?
Gandhi dancer. Yeah,
Yeah,
The old
it
pump
is
truck, yeah.
it's the diesel version of that.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, that would be cool. No, I'd really like to see that. Yeah, I think it'd be we've said about it before. The NG7 is they I feel like they dropped the ball with it. It came out, was well received, the locos were good, and they just did nothing with it. And I feel like the problem is if they bring one thing out, is that it for another 2-3 years before they do anything else, or is it?
I think if they do something, they'd have to do a few things at once. Because Pico brought out some kits for rolling stock,
Mhm.
but I don't think anyone does any ready to run coaching stock and stuff
Right.
like that would be good. Just do a few things at once. But yeah, back to 009.
Hmm.
I think a realistic Rusty would be useful.
Hmm.
Not Rusty. What's the name of the actual logo?
Midlander.
Midlander logo. Because they do Rusty, but it's not very prototypical. So
Yeah.
yeah, that would be a nice addition, I think, especially as they're doing the Teleclin sort of Teleclin logos, but they are the
Yeah,
HO scale.
they are correct scale. So I think with the Thomas range were always meant to be, and Rusty's a bit of an anomaly in there, is they were supposed to look like the TV series models, but Bachmann could then sell them as close to accurate of the real
Hmm.
life engines. So which they've done with Scar Lowy and Tyler Klin and Sir Hayden and Sir Handel. But the Duncan project got dropped because they couldn't get that compromise.
Yeah,
So yeah, so I mean another one would be really nice would be the actual Andrew Barclay of the Tanner Klin, and Tom Rolt as well. That would be quite
yeah.
a cool one. The
I'd love to
Talaclin
see
one's
a
always,
Tom
always
roll.
going to sell. Yeah, I think the Talaclin's always going to sell really well. I would like to, if we sort of jumping in, the Peter Sam model is a very nice model, but an actual proper tattoo loco, I would really like to see that in 009 with the proper valve gear as it is on the loco rather than the simplified version on the backbone one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that
But
makes sense.
yeah,
I think it'd just be nice to see some more narrow gauge stuff. It's been a good year for it. I think with Rapido, well, I sort of expected that with Rapido announcing they were jumping into it, that maybe it would have given Bachmann a kick up the bum. Maybe it is something that they're looking at. I mean, they usually tend to do the announcement for the next season. So we're due probably just after we break up for summer. We're probably due another Bachmann announcement unless they suddenly announce one tomorrow that's
That's
com
what usually happens.
that's coming. But I mean, yeah, it would be cool. I mean, is there anything in Double O that you think hasn't been done that you'd like to see someone do? Or are we at the stage where it's now a case of things need fixing that haven't been done for a while? Is that where we're at?
I would like to see the Kentonese Sussex 240 that was the basis of Gladstone and Oh Mr. Porter, because there's no proper chassis available for that, and that's a lovely little loco. Be nice for someone to. I think that's definitely a Rapido type loco,
Yeah, big time.
because loads of people buy my conversion kit to make it into Gladstone, but it's using the wrong chassis because the only thing we could get that was close enough was the Electra Tren 060. But just something, the Cantonese Sussex locos, I think they'd be popular. That, and the other thing that I think is going to happen is the one that Andy from Rapido owns himself,
Hmm.
is the little what is it called? Is it Alice? Not
oh,
Alice.
oh, that lovely little Opal Row that's at Chatham.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've
they
got a
must,
feeling.
they
I've got a
must do.
feeling there must be something on the cards there, because that is going to be at the Chatham show. That loco.
I mean, if you own it, you can scan it, you can draw it
Yeah.
up, and everything. I mean, it's gorgeous, and I'm sure it would sell, and it'd be very popular as an industrial loco. Um, I mean, I don't know about the more modern BR stuff. I think it's pretty much covered. There are probably some things that are a little outdated. The one that always surprised me is the Ivot 2MT in OO, because that tooling
Hmm.
by Bachmann is so old, and it's such a popular loco, and it was quite, well traveled. It was on the Southern as well as the Midland. And it just seems odd that no one has done a modern version of that. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I think Hornby and now, they've retooled the West Country, which was a bit of a not announced, but was announced kind of announcement. And I'm assuming that if they're in the streamlined, that the rebuilds would be retooled as well at some point. So that'd be quite nice to see. But otherwise, I think, yes,
S-
Sam.
Sorry, just quickly going back. Marcia is the name of Andy from Rapido's logo.
Marcia.
Thank you.
Lovely little look.
Yeah, it is beautiful looking logo. It's got a little bit of a Gladstone vibe to it, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Anyway,
it's-
James, carry on.
But yeah, I think the popularity of Era 2 stuff seems to be increasing. So it'd be nice to see some more of that. Southeast and Chatham tends to get a lot of attention, and obviously they have a very lovely livery. But I'd like to, personally see a little bit more London Brighton stuff.
Hmm.
Um, the same like Cambrian, because obviously Curiosco are doing Cambrian coaches, but we've got no Cambrian locos. That would be quite an interesting one to see. And I'm sure there's many Northern prototypes as well with all because you've got all these various coaches that they've brought out. And there just doesn't seem to anything to pull it unless you build a kit. So
Yeah.
I think there's plenty of potential in OO for all these sort of Era 2 prototypes that they can go for. But it's
Mm.
just picking the right ones and getting the right audience, I guess.
Yeah, that makes
So,
sense.
Is there anything
yeah.
you'd like to see, Sam, in Double O? I know you're moving away from it at the minute.
It. I still think there's two EMUs that would sell like hotcakes, and it's the bias. Obviously, I'm going to sit here and say that it's the ones, but I still think, and I'm surprised with the fact that that we've now got a preserved one thanks to Strawberry Hill, but I'm surprised that they haven't talked about or announced that they're going to be doing a Class 455. They were up until December the oldest running EMUs on the network. James, is that right? Class
I think so.
455s.
I think they were, yeah.
So what's actually the oldest now? Is it the Liverpool Metro or is it something else?
Don't know, if I'm honest.
Oh, okay. Is it the or is it something even newer like the 158s? Are they now the oldest things running or the 150s?
150s are about 1980, I want to say four, maybe. They were definitely sort of mid 80s. Yeah, the second generation GMUs, your older, yeah, probably like your 150s, 152s, 158 came a little bit later.
Okay.
I think there's still 156 running around with Northern. I
Yes,
don't
there
know the
are.
three. Do they
We've
still
still
have
got steam trains up here.
319s still in service with Northern? Have they got rid of them now? Because the 319s are 1987, 88, I think, off the top of my head.
Maybe. I'm not entirely sure, but I think a 455 or I just can't see a 442 being done because of the fact that it's a five car and it just increases the cost overall for the consumer sort of thing. At least you can get away with a four car. Anything more than that feels a little bit. If you look at any of the previous
Yeah,
five car models out there.
I mean, the old plastic pig. I can only imagine that you could keep the tooling costs down if you were also manufacturing your own Mark III coaches, and you've got that option of swapping bits out and putting them together, so you could build them that way.
Hmm.
So, if there's someone out there that's decided to take on the HST and Mark IIIs, then maybe they might look at that as well. But
Yeah, it's a difficult one, but that's what I'd like to see. But it's one of those. I feel like I'm saying that's what I'd like to see, but I'm not going to be buying it. So I feel like a bit of a hypocrite saying, "Oh, this is what we need to see in Double O," when I'm not going to be one of the people buying it. So it's I've got no stake in the game, if that makes sense. But I mean, I'd love to see one of the manufacturers do it. I feel like someone like Revolution would do a fantastic job of one of those.
Hmm.
well, they always do, don't they? So
Yeah, exactly that. Which does lead me on to something that I hadn't planned to talk about. Revolution Trains a couple of weekends ago, I believe it was at DEMU or the DMU showcase. They put out a project update of all of their N-Gauge, Double O, and their TT projects. Now, obviously, the project we know about with TT is their JNA wagons, which the order books are closing on as we speak. But they did put on there that there's currently another wagon in production and there's another locomotive in production from them. And I don't know if you two saw this.
Saw
no, they didn't.
something somebody had put a screenshot of some list of to be announced things, but I have no idea really. I imagine it's modern era, so it's something I've probably got no clue about.
So that is usually the type of thing that Revolution trains tend to go for. I don't think they've ever done a Steam Loco, James, have they?
No, no,
They've
I
done
think we
double oh
asked
009.
them.
Are they not
Oh
doing
yes,
the? Yeah,
they're
they're
doing,
doing
yeah,
narrow gauge
yeah,
009.
for the model rail exclusive that they're doing for the Veil of Rydal.
Sam's face.
Yes. I was like, what?
It's because it was announced about 5 years ago, I think. Oh no, it's
It
been a
was,
while,
yeah,
hasn't it?
the prototypes come out and they look lovely, and Model Rail have now announced the liveries that you can buy them in.
Right,
Mm.
okay. I'll have to have a look for that. So yeah, so it basically said at the bottom that there's two things they haven't announced for TT120. Speculation, obviously some sort of modern era loco, some sort of modern era wagon. What do you think it's going to be?
Class 45, class 46.
Curses,
Um,
Thomas. Curses.
uh, maybe the T wagons, the tankers,
The
because they did them in
T
there.
the
TEAs.
TEA.
Hmm.
Okay. Well, here's the problem with that is technically Hornby are also doing that, and that was accidentally leaked by Gauge Master.
But which versions? Because there's the older BR TEAs, and then there's the more newer TEAs, which Revolution have previously done in the N00. Those are the ones I'm thinking of, rather than the style Hornby or the ones Cavalex did as well. Cavalex also did TEAs, but whilst they are the same code, they are different batches and builds.
Oh, okay.
So it gets more complex. Yeah.
Straight over my
But
head.
that's what I was thinking of, because they were absolutely gorgeous in OO, and I'm sure they'd be a big hit in TT. And as they've already done the JNA's N and OO, kind of makes sense. That would be my guess. They were very popular.
Okay.
Loco wise, I just don't know. There's too many to choose from. Um, but I don't know. Class 20 would be nice, because I'd like a class 20, because that would fit on my Scottish layout. And no one seems to be ever mentioning the class 20, and I don't know why. Because you can sell two of them at a time, because you usually need two of them. You doubled your profits already,
Tom
right?
could get a class 20 then as well.
Yes, you could.
Yeah. Do I
You
want
know,
a class 20?
I think you would. I think you'd like a two class 20s in BR green.
Yeah. They're the ones that look like radiators, aren't they? They're quite narrow and
Yeah.
That's it.
with a chunky
Yeah.
bum. Yeah, I
They
like them.
they
That's
usually run in sort of pairs, going sort of nose to nose.
Yeah.
your era. You could get away with single end.
Mm,
You see the size of my layout? I don't think I can fit any more locos on it.
doesn't stop a lot of people.
No,
No, it
that's
does
Um,
true.
not.
I tell you what would be interesting if they did, because obviously they've got the class 99 project for Double O. What if they made the class 99 in TT120?
Interesting.
Do you know what
What's
the
the
class
class
90?
99 again?
So the class 99 is the newest loco that's going to be slowly taking over from the class 66s. So it's a very modern, nicknamed a flake.
Hmm. Is
Mm,
it crumbly?
no, it's just because
Nice.
it's a
It's just a
99.
ice cream pun, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Yes, I did. I saw one of those at the Greatest Gathering.
Did you?
Did.
I think I sent a couple of videos of them in the group chat when I went to the
It's
Swanage
quite
Diesel
ugly,
Gala.
isn't it?
See, I quite like it. It's
Mm.
not we're talking about the future. It's a very futuristic looking
It's
train.
futuristic. The thing I don't like about modern life is, no, I think design wise, the peak of, other than steam, which is beautiful, but the peak of sort of diesel design was sort of late 50s, early 60s, and those smooth curves and like classic, like how a Class 37 looks so nice
Hmm.
still today
Mm.
in any livery. It's because it was simple and it was just, was it art something? Not Art Deco, it's too late for that. It was arty, it was nice. But then come into the 80s and onwards, they just started to get a bit, I don't know, meh
I don't know.
for me.
That's fair enough.
Sorry.
No, you're allowed to think that. Don't you worry.
But the design will also be dictated by safety standards as well. As well, obviously, the Class 70 looks so horrendously ugly. Thus, the nickname Ugly
I'd
Betty.
rather things look nice than be safe.
Insurance companies think otherwise, I'm afraid.
That's the problem.
I know. Pesky insurance brokers. What you going to do?
Okay, so we'll finish.
Sorry.
We'll finish off this conversation. So, Tom, if you could see one thing announced in one scale by one manufacturer, what are you hoping for?
I'm going to throw a curveball here.
Go on.
I would like a manufacturer like Kato, right, who we haven't mentioned yet, just because they do some really nice and affordable chassis ready to run for N-Gauge, people use for 009. I would like to see them branch out into other scales just with the chassis that you buy for 3D printing or whatever, TT120 and 00. That would just revolutionize. So you wouldn't have to buy a loco, like you don't have to buy Percy and rip him to shreds just to have a little 009 chassis. If somebody brought out just a couple of 060s and 040s that would be suitable for diesels and steams for all these 3D printers who are creating their own stock, TT120 would be amazing, and 00 as well. I don't know why I suddenly thought of that, but I think it would be game changing, and I think they'd sell so many of them because the manufacturers aren't going to do it. I know Rapido are bringing out that option alongside their 009 releases to just buy the chassis, and that's such a good idea. But I can see why someone like Hornby isn't going to do it, because I think I did speak to somebody. Who did I speak to? It might have been at Rapido, actually. I think it was Andy at Rapido that I spoke to about it. And basically he was saying that most of the cost of it is the chassis. So there's no point when they could sell a loco, the full loco. It's not going to cost them that much more to make the body as well and charge more for it. So I can see why people don't do it. But someone like Kato, who do specialize in those little things that are ready to run, that would be a really good move.
Nice.
I reckon.
I like that.
And Z-Gauge too as well, just for me to use for something.
Brilliant. James, what about you?
I want to see a London Brighton Gladstone.
Yeah.
Who by?
Rapido.
In what scale?
Oh.
Oh.
Go with their coaches. I've got loads of London Brighton coaches, and all I've got is Terriers. They're just they're great, but I need something bigger. We've got the E4, and if you can get hold of one, there's an Atlantic, but there's only two of them made by Bachmann, and one of them is like hen's teeth, and that's it. So I've got loads of London Brighton coaches and nothing to pull them. That'd be something I'd like to see.
Okay, that makes sense. Perfect. And then finally,
what about you,
sorry, Sam.
You two suck. It's not going to be it's not going to be a shock to anyone. I would like to see Revolution.
E-scale Gordon.
Yeah, exactly that. That is exactly what I want. That's all I want. I'd like to see Revolution Trains announce that they're going to be the first people to do a DMU, because their N-Gauge DMUs and EMUs are beautiful. I want Revolution to do a Class 158 or Class 159 in TT120. The amount of liveries and the scope of where in the country it would cover is insane. I think the liveries alone, they'd be able to sell so many of them. So that's my request. Revolution, if you're
I would
listening.
like one of them. I know I said I didn't like 80s onwards, but when I made the little 158 for the Scottish diorama, it is very, very pretty in the ScotRail.
If you just think how many areas it covers Great Northern, ScotRail, Southwest, the GWR ones. It does the Transport for Wales. James, help me out here.
East Midlands.
East Mids, around that area.
Cross country.
The cross country done?
Don't know. Just saying names now.
No, they don't have one.
No idea.
But I
No, I
mean,
think Sam. I think so. Sam's covered them all.
regional railways, NSE, that sort of stuff. Like as you put them
Oh,
up,
your older bands, yeah.
you've got so many different liveries and areas of the country you could do with it. It's probably one of the few DMUs, that and a 150.
Oh, and a TT
Yeah.
120 Packet. 040 Packet and TT 120.
Okay, who would make it?
Don't know, probably Rapido. They're all Rapido, aren't they?
Sorry, Hornby.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay, cool. That's what I'd like to see in the next year. We've got some exciting stuff coming. Watch this video come out, and there's already a Backman announcement for the autumn announcements that we'd have to somehow squeeze in. But yeah, brilliant. Thank you much for having a chat with me about it. I just wanted to know what you thought about the stuff coming out for later this year.
Yeah,
Thanks
welcome.
for asking us.
Let's go listen to another fake advert then.
Yay!
Right, we're back. And again, from the fake advert, or maybe we did have an advert. I don't know. Would you like to advertise on the podcast? No, we advertise you already. We're helping your business. If you're doing really well, it's because of us. Right, we've got a review to do, have we not?
We do. Tom?
Best bit of the show.
And this one's a good one. So yeah, it's time for review of the week. Review of the week. So remember, if you'd like to leave us a 5-star review, because this week's one is definitely a 5-star review, you can leave it on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and also you can email James because he's here this week. You can email modelrailrp@outlook.com, or you can drop myself or Tom a message. Is that all of them?
Yeah, but be quick because I've closed the app.
So
And
this one,
don't get push notifications either.
brilliant. So this week's one comes from Phil Kempsey on YouTube.
I've
Hi,
got to
Phil.
mute myself. I've got to mute myself.
Sorry, guys. Just don't get this video. 24 minutes of chit chat. I quickly flicked through to find the interesting bit, but seemed to have missed them. Well, I'm sorry that we didn't live up to your expectations, Phil Kempsey, but we're still using it as review of the week because that made us laugh a lot.
Did when we looked at your channel.
Why? What was on this channel, Tom?
Boat spotting. Sorry, ship spotting. Yeah.
Sorry, did you say
14-minute video of a ship going past the camera, and he said our podcast was dull.
Sorry, did you say ship?
Well, it doesn't really matter, to be fair.
Anyway, that's our review of the week because it really made us laugh. So yeah, don't forget, if you want to have your review read out next week, make sure it's better than that one. And you might be within a chance of being on the show.
No,
Hand
you're
you
just
back over.
encouraging people to put bad reviews.
As long as it's 5 stars, I don't mind. You leave a bad review. If it's funny, I'll read it out. I don't mind. Cool. Hand you back over to James.
There we are then. Right, I'll get the exhibition diary. No, that doesn't do that anymore, do we? It's just our social media. So if you want to find us on social media, you can find us in various places. Sam is Empress Bath, Tom is Photo Fix Tom, and Buggles Kelly's station. He has 2 for some reason. I'm Western Signalman. We're also the Model Rail Replacement Podcast, found on Facebook, Instagram, and as Sam previously shouted, we have an email, modelrailrp@outlook.com. I think that wraps us all up for this week. Sam's nodding his head. I've clearly got it right. And so all I can say is that hopefully we've been entertaining, informative, and have replaced your model railway, if only just for a little bit. I've been James, and with me have been Sam and Tom. Thanks for listening.
Goodbye.
Bye, guys.
Bye, everybody.
Cheers.
Here's the James, and there's the Tom.
This service terminates here. Please ensure you take all of your personal belongings with you.